O vídeo que eu estou deixando aqui é de extrema importância. O vídeo que eu estou deixando aqui é para ser distribuído com todos os adventistas do sétimo dia. 2025 promete muitas coisas. Olá, meus queridos irmãos, estou me preparando para ir para um país na Península Arábica, onde iremos, de alguma maneira, levar o nome de Jesus. Esse lugar não podemos falar o nome por questão de segurança. Estamos também iniciando o trabalho em breve na África, onde 12.000 uniformes serão entregues, uniformes escolares serão entregues para crianças da África, bolas, bonecas, alimentos também, e aproximadamente 60.000 estudos bíblicos. Na sequência de países, vamos ao Panamá. Estamos terminando, graças a Deus, estão terminando a construção na Venezuela de uma igreja para uma comunidade muito pobre. E estamos também organizando o envio de Bíblias para a Coreia do Norte. Se você quiser fazer parte desse ministério, acreditando que o tempo acabou, que estamos nos últimos dias, envie sua doação ou sua oferta e o Senhor te abençoe muito. Deixo agora esse vídeo para que vocês assistam e vejam o quanto o noivo está perto de voltar. Já imaginou uma noiva irritada com a proximidade da vinda do noivo? Isso não pode existir. Quando falamos que o noivo se aproxima, é motivo de alegria, de fervor, de júbilo, ainda que tenhamos que passar algumas dificuldades. Então, para aqueles que não gostam, que se irritam, sinto muito, mas o noivo está vindo. Prepara-te, igreja, acorda, está chegando a hora, a noite vem alta e logo vem o dia. Um grande abraço, assistam agora o vídeo, tão importante para todos os adventistas e todos os cristãos. Peço oração para os irmãos para essa missão e escreva também o seu pedido de oração detalhado, porque eu tenho um livro de oração e quero muito orar por você. Deus te abençoe. Até a próxima. Em nome de Jesus. Amém e amém.
In 1957, occultist Alice A. Bailey wrote that in this year, 2025, we would see demons openly, publicly, no longer hidden. Is this prophecy being fulfilled right in front of our eyes?
You know, people get scared of Alice A. Bailey because it's like it's the occult. You know, she was this top UN acolyte and founder of Lucifer's Trust publishing house. So she's an open, avowed Luciferian. Wrote the book, The Externalization of the Hierarchy, capital T, capital H, when she writes that in her book. And she calls them the masters, again, capital M, demon spirits. And the externalization of that global power structure hierarchy, she says, will begin in 2025. And wrote this nearly 100 years ago. So and what does that mean, externalization of the hierarchy? Well, we think of the hierarchy of the world as like Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates and human beings, and they are just human beings. The prince of this world, Satan is called the prince of this world. He by fraud, he took dominion of this planet. He goes up to the council with the sons of God, and God says to Satan, where have you come from? This is in Job chapter 1. He says, walking back and forth on the earth. In other words, like a lion pacing, that's my territory. Exactly. And he said to Jesus, all these kingdoms have been given to me, and I can give them to whomsoever I please if you will bow down and worship me. So he's the prince of this world. There's a hierarchy of entities, not without God's sovereignty ruling over it. This is the weeds and the wheat. The farmer says you got to let those weeds grow under the harvest, and otherwise you'll pull up the wheat with them when they're small. So in other words, Satan's principles are being developed so that all minds will say, never going that route again. Rebellion against God, that's destructive. But for the time being, we have a prince of this world running around. And that, she says, Alice A. Bailey says that this hierarchy, these masters, will openly unveil themselves and walk on the physical plane visibly on this earth. And she's dating this period of the externalization of the hierarchy where they reveal themselves to And it doesn't have to be in 2025. It begins then.
Right.
And I don't have any assumptions about how many years we have before the Lord returns. So I want to be ready now, but
exactly.
I don't want to be too dogmatic about it's got to be 2025, but that's what's coming.
I think that's why God cautions us to not order our faith after our eyes. I mean, even fire comes down from heaven. Like that's not representative of that came from God. He's like, look, I've given you all the information for you to study, and you should know this through and through, that your faith be built on this thing here, not what you see.
Bingo.
It's built on the message, not the miracle.
That's right.
Absolutely, because people aren't going to be able to believe they're going to believe their eyes, and they will disbelieve the word of God.
Oh yeah,
and
you start seeing demons out in your real world experience. I mean, you better bet that's going to shake some people's faith.
And do you think they will look demonic, or Satan transforms himself into an angel of light, masquerades as an angel of light? And here's an interesting thought. You know Roger Morneau, the late Roger Morneau. Boy, if we could have him at this table. I mean, we got his old videos, but he's done these interviews and he's written his books. And he was an initiate into a satanic secret society. If you've got listeners who are not aware of Roger Morneau. And so he spoke at length with the satanic high priest, high level, about what the plans of the enemy are. And one of those things, he says, the grand master plan at the end will be that the demon spirits will appear, just like Alice A. Bailey said, appear, but they will declare themselves to be inhabitants of far distant worlds.
Oh yeah.
What's up with the alien obsession lately? You've got hearings in Congress, you've got politicians, you've got the Vatican. They're all aliens. Why? Where did this come from? Is that going to be the externalization where they walk openly but masquerading as and Morneau says they will, according to the satanic high priest that he got this from, and then he became a Christian, broke free from it, and did the tell-all. And he says they will come saying, we're here to tell you what to do so that you don't bring destruction upon yourselves.
It's peace and safety.
Peace and safety.
And I think Hollywood has done a disservice to the whole world because they've put this idea out that an alien is this. So if it doesn't come as this like nasty looking thing and all of a sudden it's an angel of light, well, it can't be an alien like what we've seen in Hollywood. That must be from God. It's like they've already primed everybody's mind to just accept them if they're beautiful.
Yep.
Satan is serving up a la carte spiritualism. You know, he's got something for every different kind of people group. For some people it's aliens, for other people it's different things, you know, but he's ready to deceive the masses with all kinds of different forms. If you like this video, like,
comment, subscribe,
and hit the notification bell